So I'm pretty excited. I'm ready to go, and I hope that you're here for the journey as well. First track is called I'm Rich Now, Bitch! Exclamation point. This is the first track off the album Fuck Your Feelings. This is Kenji. Let's go.
Since it's what you cooking. Perfect.
This little whore wanna spend one night with the gang. Freaky bitches keep on begging me to bust all on their fast. This girl says she owe me like girls, but I bet you when she see me in these Christians, she gon' fuck me anyway. See you in my business Texas, I'ma stomp on your face. I had her falling out with Cupid and shot him in the face. Little pussy ass bitch, I got rich over myself, and I ain't never need a bitch, nigga.
Even that little like screaming part that we just heard, even though it was brief, I hope there's more songs like that, because anything goes into what I was saying where I was like, I just need a little bit of diversification. I think I heard that little screamy type stuff, like more of an aggressive vocal performance. I heard that a little bit on the last album, and I've heard maybe a little bit trickled out throughout his projects, but I want to hear him sing. Like, there's notes that he hits on like songs like Hey on the first album where you're just like, bruh, you can actually sing. So I just want to hear all the stuff that Kenji can bring. Let's see just how good Kenji is. And I know he wants to show us just how good he is. So I'm excited. I hope that exists on this project. Just had to throw that in there.
I just took a 20 out and spent it on her tits, nigga. My little bitch a model her so you can see her nips, nigga. Smoking with his OnlyFans whore, getting bliss, nigga. She know how to ride my dick crack, tryna make her tip bigger. Bubbly booty bitches in Backwoods Road. I like my bitches red bone and all my eyes real from. I bought my bitch a tennis chain, I say for life till we froze. I keep some hollows in this Taurus, put my ops in a hole. If you tell me that you love me, keep my heart real close. I got a problem with loving and I just hope it don't show. I told that bitch she can have my nut, but she ain't taking my soul. I got bitches in LA, but I still wanna go home. This little whore wanna spend one night with the gang. Freaky bitches keep on begging me to bust all on their fast. This girl says she owe me like girls, but I bet you when she see me in these Christians, she gon' fuck me anyway. See you in my business Texas, I'ma stomp on your face. I had her falling out with Cupid and shot him in the face. Little pussy ass bitch, I got rich over myself, and I ain't never need a bitch, nigga. I just took a 20 out and spent it on her tits, nigga. My little bitch a model her so you can see her nips, nigga. Smoking with his OnlyFans whore, getting bliss, nigga. She know how to ride my dick crack, tryna make her tip bigger. Bubbly booty bitches in Backwoods Road. I like my bitches red bone and all my eyes real from. I bought my bitch a tennis chain, I say for life till we froze. I keep some hollows in this Taurus, put my ops in a hole. If you tell me that you love me, keep my heart real close. I got a problem with loving and I just hope it don't show. I told that bitch she can have my nut, but she ain't taking my soul. I got bitches in LA, but I still wanna go home.
I really like that. I got bitches in LA, but I want to go home. It really shows like probably a little bit of his perspective as well, like going out into LA and just getting full force. Like I said, this guy's been working. And he blew up again in the quarantine era to where it's like, you know, it's a little murky on like, was the world going to open up? Are we ever going to go back to normal? Will you ever have a non-virtual show? I mean, there was a lot going on there. And I think the fact that he just put his head down and just fucking worked. But now I bet, you know, he's in the fritz of it now. He's getting on festival lineups and he's looking at it and he's like, man, I don't think I'm going back home. Like, I'm stuck here. This is my life now, which is what you wanted. But, you know, everyone misses home. Everyone does, dude. No matter what. Like, even when you move out of your parents' house, you still miss your parents, I feel like.
Pockets fat, I'm so rich, but goddamn, fuck her when I'm home, so when I leave, I think she might go home. Why would I trust a bitch again for her to hurt me again? Won't ever see me ask a friend for where the fuck the bitch been. I tell her, hey, to lick my nutsack. I been stacking guap, they getting mad, cause they can't touch that. This hoe got in.
See, like, those little, like, melodies, too, like, nutsack, touch that. Like, the way he fucking does this little, like, octave switch, or just, like, finds himself with his voice in these like specific ass pockets. I really, really, really cannot understate how good Kenji is at just creating melodies and filling out a really, really catchy song like it's almost nothing. It can't be understated. It's only a matter of time till one of these bitches just blows the fuck up beyond anything that we've seen before.
Let me smoke. Come here, little bird. This little whore wanna spend one night with the gang. Freaky bitches keep on begging me to bust all on their fast. This girl says she owe me like girls, but I bet you when she see me in these Christians, she gon' fuck me anyway. See you in my business Texas, I'ma stomp on your face. 20 out and spend it on her tits, nigga. My little bitch a model horse, so you can see her nips, nigga. Smoking with this OnlyFans whore, getting blitzed, nigga. She know how to ride my dick crack, tryna make her tip bigger. Bubbly booty bitches in backwoods road. I like my bitches red bone and all my ice real froze. I bought my bitch a tennis chain, I say for life till we froze. I keep some hollows in this Taurus, put my ops in a hole. I bought my bitch a tennis chain, I say for life till we froze. Let me forever.
You know, it ain't easy. It ain't easy to just make a 3-minute and 30-second song anymore. So to lead your album with that, I also respect that. I wanted to shout that out. That song really did kind of provide a few little lines that does add a little bit more perspective into who Dro Kenji is, and that is like a big question mark that I still have as well, where I don't feel like I know this guy, even though I've listened to hours of his music. Like, I don't quite understand who he is, and I think just a really good interview, or even just like I've been on his lives too, and I feel like I get a little bit, but really this guy's just always in the studio, just always working, and it just seems like he's focusing on his craft. But it wouldn't hurt to take a step back and maybe add a little bit more insight. But being the first track on this project, being the first intro track to this project, I think getting those insights so early on maybe is a red herring that we will see maybe at least a few other little tidbits about who this mysterious Mr. Dro Kenji is. And as far as the first track on that project, there was nothing wrong with it. I think it really sets the mood, and if this is your debut or introductory project for Mr. Dro Kenji, I think that really does serve a cusp. Like, you understand the realm that he operates in, and if it's for you, you're going to run with it. Like, if you love this first track, I guarantee you're going to enjoy the last few albums, and I guarantee you're probably going to enjoy this project. But if you're on the fence, I still think he gave you enough there to give him another track to go into track number 2. And in my opinion, I think track number 2 of projects is probably the most important one, period, because that's where everyone can sit through the first track. I think everyone can kind of give it the first track. Even if you're skipping the first track on something that you're not fucking with, the second track is where it's make or break. If they're on the fence about the first track, they may sit through the second one if it's okay, but you really got to hit it out of the park. You really got to show them what you can do, which